I don't know about you, but I am a fan of the Olympic Games. The pageantry, the competition, the athleticism, it's all amazing. And for 16 continuous days, athletes from around the world converge on one location to find out who is truly the best at what they do. Except for Raygun, she simply just wanted to be there. The 1972 Olympics would start like any other until tragedy would strike in the middle of the Olympic Village. This video is about the ABC sports broadcasting team that covered this horrific event live and showed it to over 900 million homes. Let's talk about it. Today's video, we are going to be talking about September 5, a movie about the ABC broadcast team that covered the hostage event during the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich. So the plot is essentially like this. A Palestinian militant group known as Black September get into the Olympic Village and take some members of the Israeli Olympic team hostage. From the research that I've done about this movie, this is very, very accurate, which I was actually kind of surprised because you know how sometimes these movies take liberty, but from everything I saw, they said this was very, very close. Obviously, some things would change, some names, some events, but all in all, this is a very accurate movie, especially because they use a lot of actual footage from the original broadcast team that covered this event. So the acting in this movie is top-notch, especially as we get more into what's really going on and we really start to see the pressure ramp up. Everybody did their part. This was a very, very well-acted movie. You didn't feel like anybody was phoning it in or anybody was above their league as far as what they were trying to do. Everybody was very believable. The setting and everything was very cramped and kind of tight because they're in a production truck. While we're not going to get a whole bunch in the way of camera angles because of the nature of the movie, we're simply watching a group of people who just thought they were going to be shooting, I think the events were like tennis and volleyball. They thought they were going to be covering stuff like that throughout the day, and all of a sudden they get thrown into this chaotic situation. So we kind of are a fly on the wall watching them deliberate and try to cover the event as if they were the actual news team, which you're going to see a lot of them bumping heads with them because the ABC broadcasting team, since they're live and on the ground, simply did not want to give up this story. They felt that it was a part of their story and a part of their responsibility to relay what's going on here to the rest of the world. One of the things I really like about this movie is that they bring up a lot of moral questions. During the film, one of the characters asks, in kind of like a little closed door meeting, what do we do if they actually execute one of these hostages? Do we show it on live TV? At the time, things like this was never heard of. This was the first time this ever happened. They didn't even really know what to call them. They weren't calling them terrorists on TV yet, and they were trying to be very, very careful not to use that word too early. All in all, I believe that this was a very, very good movie for someone who knows a little bit about this event because I've heard things about it before. It was very interesting to see it from this perspective. If you are interested in true life movies or, movies that are actually done about real events, I think this will be right up your alley. This is a good dramatic movie. I highly recommend this movie. So they wanted to be as sensitive as possible when covering this event, just in case those people were watching, no one would want to see their family members executed on live TV and then being shown simply for ratings. This is a very good watch. Unfortunately, if you know the real event, you know the ending of the movie where all these athletes tragically lost their lives, along with several German police officers and the perpetrators themselves. Their goal was to try and get some of their own members out of prison somewhere else. So, ladies and gentlemen, have you seen September 5? Do you plan on seeing it? Let me know in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.